took a moment to ponder my path. I took it in, and at last turned the key past the ignition and am fast on my way. Gas in the tank, maybe enough for the trip, to take a quick hike down the pike or turn onto the highway. The lights flash on, ahead of me and on the dash. Flickering past me are other cars sticking to their course. I look at the lit symbols signaling warnings as I sit. Gas low, check engine, oil change needed. I stare as the warnings are repeated. I'm getting nowhere, and now the engine's heated, so I take a drive, wave goodbye to the house I'm leaving. I am rolling along, without the GPS. Yes, I know my way around this town, or can guide myself to some places, but internally I do paces, back and forth, considering how I may end up in a place I really want to be in. I have a path, I think so at least, but least of all do I know if where I'm leading is where I want to be found. It is tough to keep moving when you question your movement. When each moment you consider going a slower speed because what you need is to be sure. It is easy to steer as I'm rolling, but calling me is a calling seated in me by an unseen entity attempting to steer me into my identity. Why is it so hard to trust him? Why is it so hard to beat the repeating, fleeting thought that what I ought to have done is already past me? Like I passed it on the street. Like I can't complete my course because the more I move along, the farther I am from my exit. What's worse is I don't know. How do you push yourself before realizing it? It's like starting a car. Like you got in, and before you got too far in, you realize how far you've gotten. It's amazing the distances we can cover, but do you ever wonder why we are going so fast? We zoom without a second thought. A second's got more distance when you've got momentum on your side. But outside, the scenery passes by, disguised as progress are these lies that tell us you'll figure it out if you just keep going. This is how you crash. This is now a dangerous situation. Questioning the destination as you fly down the highway. Speeds change, signs say this way for here, that way for that. Overwhelmed by the choices to make while on the interstate 55 or higher, your desire is to exit, but nowhere near where you really ought to be. Before you start, know where it ends. Before the car shoots down the twists and bends, choose for yourself the finale and finally send your vehicle into park. Though now it is dark, the light comes from clarity.